All right, John's coming fresh off of wisdom tooth extraction on Tuesday.
Teeth.
Wisdom teeth, I'm sorry.
Tooth.
Apologies. We'll go ahead and start with Grant Ramey and Rob Lewis.
John, can you give us the play-by-play on the wisdom teeth event?
Yes. So I went to this over quarantine, and they were like, "You probably need to get them out," and I was like, "Yeah." And then here recently, really right around the Texas A&M game, especially after it started hurting, and then each day, it just got really worse. And so, not saying I was happy that the first Vanderbilt game got canceled, but that gave me an extra day to get them out and recover. So I was very thankful for that.
John, you guys didn't get off to the greatest start in the game tonight, but then just sort of flipped the switch. Do you think this team is kind of learning how to do that, to put the pedal down and take control of a game when things aren't going great?
I'd like to say yes. I'd like to say that, we can bring it, whether it's going our way or not. And I think especially on the defensive end, because that really doesn't matter with really skill, more on effort. Just being locked into our schemes and scouting reports and stuff like that.
Wes Rucker and Mike Wilson.
Hey, Fulky, I know that you had those wisdom teeth cut out there, and they're always talking to you about your weight and getting as big as you can. Was there any concern that you were going to lose some weight there without being able to eat there for a couple of days?
Wow, that's a really good question, because absolutely, I did lose weight because it was really hard to eat for like 2 days before and then like 2 days after. So I told Bob Kessling, I said, as much as I do love chicken noodle soup, and it's probably one of my favorite things, I don't know how much I'll eat it after this, because I think within 2 days, I probably had like 20 bowls of chicken noodle soup. And so, yeah, I've lost some weight, but, I'm going to get it back, and especially once I'm able to eat real food again.
John, Rick talked about Olivier having a really good week of practice, but then not really doing those things tonight. What's the challenge for a young player of taking the things they're doing well in practice into the game on a consistent basis?
Right. I've been in that position before, behind Grant, Admiral, Kyle, and I'd like to think that I've had good practices, and then I've come into the game and not kind of carried that over. So I think you got to take more steps mentally, and lock in more mentally, and just always trying to do the right thing when you're out there. So I think that he'll get it. He'll definitely get it, but he just got to have confidence in himself, because we all have confidence in him, the coaches, his teammates. So he just got to have confidence in himself, and I know he'll get it done.
Rob?
John, just Keon today really looked maybe the most comfortable and confident that he's looked on offense. Just how much more is there that he and Jaden can do for this team, and how much do you think your ceiling is tied to how much they develop?
The sky's the limit for those two. They are very skilled players, and while Keon's not in here, he said in the locker room, he said, what was he, 7 for 8 from the free throw line?
Yes.
He was like, man, he's like, got up there to the free throw line, and I wasn't like Shaq. I thought it was funny. You guys may not think it's funny, but I guess he hasn't been doing his free throws very well. But I think that shows his confidence and how much he's been working on his shot, not to be like Shaq.
Last question for John. Jackson Williams.
Let's make it a good one.
John, with a team as offensively, like they like to run a lot of ball screens, which was something Coach Barnes said y'all worked a lot in practice. Do you think the extra time, outside of obviously giving you extra time to rest, helped the team defend those ball screens tonight?
Sure. I think, well, actually, yes, because I wasn't at practice one day because I was having that done. So, and that's what they said they worked on. So, yes, they said they did a lot of ball screens that day. So, I believe me being out did help them guard ball screens.
Thank you, John. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Oh, I didn't get the coat today.
They asked for it not to be present when you were up here.
Who did?
The Coke marketing folks.
This is. I'll have to talk with them. Thanks, guys.